Hello, everyone. Here we are back in Astronauts. And the reason we're in Astronauts today and streaming is because I put up a poll on my YouTube, and the only vote that wasn't just for me messing with the poll was for Astronauts. The only two votes I got was one for Astronauts and one's for Factorio. And I'm the one who voted for Factorio just as a test. So I think the community has spoken, so we're going to be streaming Astronauts today. Now, we're going to be mostly focusing on just hanging out and having fun. I also recently just posted a members only Discord link in my YouTube stuff. Currently, that's only available to my Patreons, mostly because I don't have paid YouTube memberships. But when that becomes a thing, they'll get access to the Discord as well. So, if you want to join the Discord, join the Patreon, or wait until I get paid YouTube memberships. It might be a while and join the YouTube memberships. But that's enough self promotion for me. Um, let's get into the game and start hanging out. So let's go here. So we're just gonna start a new character because our last character asphyxiated, so we need a new one. Now I'm gonna do the actual character customization bit fairly quick. Turn up the volume here a little bit because some of this part's kind of quiet for you guys. There we go. All right. The beard's all right. Don't really like the hair. Let's see what we can do. We can turn off the glasses. Actually, I kind of like those square rims. That's kind of nice. Eyes. That works. Pupils. Oof. Let's see what we got up. Wise here. Ooh, I kind of like that green tint. Yeah, we'll go with these green ones here. Nose. There we go. All right, now let's see what we can do with this hair. That can work. And we'll just go with Nick Rom. Or short. We'll just have a single name here. There we go. All right, body's fine. Oh. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think we're good there. Cool. Let's work on our career. So we're 18. We're trying to set out and become our own person. We got $96.28. That's clearly going to be enough to do whatever we need, right? So let's start working on that. All right. So I think in our early years here, we're going to seek a little bit of adventure, you know? All right, so we're approached by a co-worker who's developed a less than legal method for making cash on the side. Apparently, they've been tagging high-value junk for the last 6 weeks, and then basically, all right. So basically, they've been mismarking things and then going and getting it and selling it on the black market. We could gather intel for the cops, backstab them, report them to basically to the station security folks, or instigate violence. Let's backstab them, because that's going to be more money for us. It's a good scheme. Be better if it's yours. You play nice for a couple weeks as a lookout, spreading some vicious rumors to the ringleader, to the rest of the crew. Isn't long before everyone wants this person out of the way. So we play the rational person when everyone beats them up, basically. So we've made an enemy who's a criminal from Mars. And we made $900, so that's nice. So now we've got $996. There we go. All right, so let's work on ourselves a little bit too here, and we could spend 3 years learning to use an EVA suit, which would be nice, because EVA suits are really, really good. Drone ops, huh? I don't even know what drone ops is for. let's see here. Usually I like to fix, not unfit, because unfit is nice to get rid of. That's a lot of time. I usually like to fix Insomniac, because that makes just sleeping very difficult. So we'll go ahead and do that. That's 2 more years. So we're 21 now. Let's seek some more adventure real quick. Drinking at a local watering hole after the shift, you see the unicorn. There's a sign of an executive. So basically, they're an executive's child out here working with the common folks in the bar, trying to pretend to be a commoner. You know, they're trying to basically pay in like high value currency where we're used to using American dollars or whatever. So we could get them drunk, pick their pockets, seduce them, start a riot, or just mug them. Let's get them drunk. And information. We're getting information out of them. We made a friend. Well, we at least made a new contact. Wouldn't say they're necessarily friends, but they know us. And they're a manager at K-Leg, which is the space station we started out at. So that's cool. And chat, feel free to, you know, comment and say things. I am watching the chat. But we also got another $850, so look at this. We're up to 1,800. Pretty good. We could save some money. Let's see one more year of adventure here. She's a real beauty, heavy lifter, and with a confusing mix of honor and dismay that you're contracted to take her apart. Well, on day 4 of the break, you're welding through a long opponent when something catches your eye. You snap off the torch and take a closer look. Your breath catches at sight. A Yari intake regulator, the apex of the defunct company's technical achievements. One of the rarest aftermarket parts in the game. It's popular on the other markets too. Maybe they don't need to know about it. We could notify the corporation we feel we work for. We could smuggle it through to the black market, try to make some money. Bribe our boss and split the profits. Make friends with our boss and make some money, but less money. Oh, tough call on this. Because I have no problem being a bit of a criminal. But we don't really need more enemies either. I say we bribe the boss and split the profits. NATO's middle management know which way the solar wind blows. Worm words unless something has gone terribly wrong. Uncle Ao doesn't want to know about how its legendary black markets run, and it definitely doesn't want whistleblowers. But as ever, there's a right and a wrong way to approach bribe. And in either case, rumors always find ways to get back to the fraud unit. All this runs through your head as you slip your supervisors your credit sheet and ask them to take an early lunch on you. You watch as her eyes glaze over. It's clearly something she's had to do many times before. Just don't F it up, she says briskly and heads back to the pod. Good advice in general. You fire up the welder, assuming you don't. The part will net you far more than the bribe at the end of the day. A good haul, even if it will inevitably attract a little heat. Oh, we have a new enemy. It's a law enforcement officer. But we made $750. Oh, so we did catch a little bit of heat on that. Okay. Alright, we're 23, and we got a few grand to our belt. We got like 2,500. Let's see what ships we got available. Here we go. Alright. So we've got the salvage tug, which has a seat. And it's a little more than a tin can with maneuvering jets and life support. It'll get you around K-Leg Boneyard well enough. More importantly, it could be a means to an end, and avoiding the salvage tax levied by yard transport. It's moderate. It's legal for sale, but doesn't possess anything beyond travel and life support. Well, I don't know how I feel about this one. It looks pretty small, but we don't need anything too big to get us started. It does have 4 thrusters, which means it's going to handle better than the other ship we've been seeing a lot, which is that passenger carrier that's basically just a little tin can with some passenger seats. Yeah, I say we try it. We'll take the ship. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now we just gotta get our stuff together here. Let's open up our inventory. We don't really need all that. Let's see here. Where is poster, floor light, toilet, bin? There's the bin. One of these has what we're looking for. Oh, there's some components there. That's not what we're looking for. Definitely need to turn on the light, though, so we can see better. There's another bin over here. Let's see what's in this bin. That's some trash. We don't need the trash. I think it's this rack that has what we're looking for. Yeah, so there's our jumpsuit. Clip on that. There's our backpack, which we needed. And our backpack includes this small pocket right here. Let's get rid of that. And I'm just gonna pin this action bar up here, just because I want it to stay up there. Okay. Oh, it wants to pin in the middle. I don't want it pinned in the middle. Let's see what's in this bin. Okay, this one we've got some hygiene packets. Nice, we'll take those. We got a bottle of vodka, it looks like. Should be able to sell that. Then we're going to move over here real quick. We're going to grab our toolbox, because we're going to need that. And let's go back over here into this bin, because I saw one of these had some mechanical parts, which we'll want. You know, I'm going to have to move this backpack situation up here, I think. Alright, what was in this one? Got a t-shirt. We'll take the t-shirt, just because we could sell the t-shirt. What's in this guy? Trash. We don't care about trash. Alright, we don't care about that. Or we'll put this back down here now. There we go. Backpack. And come on. Move. Thank you. I think there was a bin here with some stuff in it. Nope, that one's been emptied. What about the fridge? Anything in the fridge? An empty drink cartridge, which we'll take. Can we fill up? Alright. Can we... Usually there's a way to fill up these things. Alright. Here we go. Okay. What about inventory on this guy? There we go. Okay, so we've got some water in our pouch. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. It can be quite the job getting everything sorted out. Gonna move that PDA inventory over there because we don't really need the PDA inventory. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that delay getting out into the world. Yep. We know. We are out on K-Leg. Now we're gonna do this just because this will get us another... actually I don't even need that. I can just right-click this. Install. So if we just install this over here real quick, that will basically get us a welder, which will be really good to have on our ship. Let me speed up time a little bit. So we can just get through this. Because unfortunately we're having to install it with like a soldering iron and like a screwdriver. There we go. And then if we open this up, there we go. And there's that welder I was talking about. And you also get a tactical knife, which if you can make friends with the black market guy, you can sell. Alright. And then there's all kinds of places around here you can explore. What do we have over here? Oh, that's cigarette stub. Yeah, that's just trash. We don't want that. Okay. Gotta always check for loot around the space station. Vents. Let's see here. And these are food carts over here. Now, ideally, what I'd really like to get pretty early on. because I would like to get an EVA suit. Well, we're going to have trouble doing that right off the bat. So let's see here. What do we have in this vodka? We have water in the vodka bottle. Alright, so we'll keep that. They don't want any of that. Alright, so they don't want anything that we currently have, but that's fine. I didn't expect them to. Let's get up here. Let's see what they'll buy over here, because that's why I like to grab these t-shirts and stuff, so we can sell this t-shirt, and we can sell this t-shirt, and we'll also sell the vodka bottle and water. Actually, that's... Wow, that water is expensive. That's 65 bucks for the water. We'll keep it then. They don't want to buy the knife, though, sadly. Alright, so we'll just accept that, take our 20 bucks for the 2 t-shirts. And do they have anything that we need on here? Signal box. Placement. Sink. We don't need a sink. Laser array. I'm not even sure what this fusion laser array is for. There's a lot of new stuff in the game that I'm just not familiar with. But there's nothing over here. So we'll head on down. Alright, how do I get the camera to follow him again? Well, whatever. Alright, so we're going to head down to our ship here and see about getting out into the boneyard. Here we are. Oh, she is beat up. So we have transponder, intake, N2O, thruster, floor pump, and there's our O2 tank. Alright, cool. So that's all good. Wow, this thing is real beat up. Alright. Yep, alright. Let's link this to our PDA just so we can. There we go. Linked. Cool. And now let's use the nav station and see about finding our first salvage opportunity. Yep, don't crash. Got it. Alright, let's see here. We don't want to get too close to any of the other people out here, because some of them may be cops, and they may be mad that we don't have a license. Don't worry about getting distracted, David. That's fine. We're going to hail the ship, and KLAG. We're going to request on docking clearance. Get back to docking, undo our clamps. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we are away. I have to zoom out here. Now we're going to start moving sideways by using W or D here. Alright, so let's see if we can't get lined up on our target. Which is, I think, this one over here is what I was shooting for, right? So we need to kind of turn to the right a little bit. So we're going to press E, get our ship rotating. There we go. And press and hold R to stop the rotation. And we're going to press W to get us moving forward. There we go. And we're going to use A to kind of straighten out our line a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, almost. Okay, and if you see where the all the little triangles are in front of our ship, that's the direction we're heading. Give us an idea of our navigation. I like that. Crashing is just improvised boarding. You're not wrong, especially in this game. It's real easy to crash. Alright, are we on the right course here? We're a little off course, actually. So let's rotate just a hair. Rotate downward just a little bit. There we go. We're going to do that, and we're going to drift to the right just a little bit here. And that should get us pretty close to on course. And let's see here. And then this will give us our relational data. Relational data is like we're at 220 meters a second. You know, it's pretty fast. That's our target, so we could click on this and notice. See, if as we select different ones, it will tell us, like, you know, what our distance and relational data and all of that are. So right now we're about 51 kilometers out from our target. So let's pick up the pace a little bit here, because we got a lot of distance to clear. So we're gonna speed her up to about 500 meters per second there. That way we're clearing a kilometer every 2 seconds roughly. I mean, stopping is important. Actually, so I did a playthrough off stream the other day, and I was doing great until I crashed my ship into the target ship I was trying to get to, and yeah, that went real poorly because I ended up crushing my life support system. We are being followed by a patrol officer. That is not good, because one of the other things that happened in a previous playthrough as well is I ended up with an arrest warrant for my character because I didn't undock from a ship and let a law enforcement officer on board. So what I might do is, I'm not getting any like messages saying that they're trying to contact me. Let's accelerate a little bit. We need to be moving towards it. There we go. Alright. There we go. Don't get pulled over by the space cops for speeding. Orchestra repower just means you have motivation to go faster. It's fantastic. Do you have a communications station array? I mean, yeah, we do have a comms array. It is not good. Here we go. We're gotta start slowing down. Switch. Hail ship. Initiate uncontrolled docking procedure. Docking. Oh, oh. There we go. Gotta get lined up. I was going a little fast. Yeah. Let's go over here and turn off. Let's clear that warning before that beeping drives us insane. I mean, we already know that we're getting close to this ship. That's kind of the goal. I'm gonna get over here and dock. Alright. Yeah, and now we just gotta play this docking game. Going faster than about 100 meters a second when docking can be a bit of a problem. There we go. Alright. Yeah, no, they don't have a speed trap alarm, unfortunately. Alright, just swing her in a little bit. There we go. Clamped, and we are docked. We have successfully docked. There we go. And these first few things are just like story content telling you, like, yeah, you've successfully done a thing. Congratulations. Alright, so I'm going to actually spend some time and work on fixing up this here nav thing. Alright. So, because I want our nav console at least in good shape so we can actually pilot. I mean, so, about the whole watch out for gene stealers thing. Yeah, so apparently one of the things they've recently added that is new to me, I was not aware of this. The only reason I even know of this... no, there's definitely Space Hulks kind of thing in this. You can find pirates and unfriendly entities on these ships. Because one of the other guys I follow on YouTube, he did a recent playthrough on this, which kind of what got me the itch of doing some more of this. And so apparently there's this flesh massy stuff that you can find on here that will slowly take over the ships that it's on, and can spread to your ship, and from your ship spread to the space station. Uh, so yeah, that can be like a real problem. I'm gonna really speed up time here because even at 8 times of speed this is slow. But then my character also isn't like super skilled at this repair, so yeah, no, there's no Gatling guns. You can get a pistol though. The main thing is it doesn't use like what you and I would think of when we say bullets or casings. It uses like this weird sort of plastic pellet filled cartridge so that you don't accidentally puncture holes in your spaceship, which is kind of cool. But that's also why I have combat. I have a combat knife. I'll be fine. Combat knife is the weapon of choice against marauding weird space fleshes, right? Or pirates. Alright. We about done getting this thing fixed up. Alright. Because I would like to get to salvaging, because we need to net something around like 10 grand per salvage run, because I forgot that there's a 5 grand fee just to dock at the station. That was another thing that happened to me last time. Alright. My god. What am I repairing this with? Is this just with my soldering iron? It's probably just with my soldering iron. As I get better at this, I'll get faster at, like, restoring things and stuff. Come on. You've almost got it fixed. There we go. Alright, so before we go, we gotta get our helmet on. Yep. Yep, I know we put on a helmet. Oh, okay, autosave. Alright, into here. Let the door close. Good. Oh, right, I forgot. It does this whole roster thing because of the, like, training and stuff. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Also help if I had my flashlight on. Toggle power. Okay, it does produce more light in my hand. Good to know. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this off to the side over here. Alright. So we've got some floor pumps, which will be good. What do we have over here? Trash. Floor panels. What's this? Got some more mechanical parts, which we'll take with us. We've got a chair. Some aluminum scrap, which we'll also take with us. The reason I'm picking up all this scrap is because we can use it to fix things. Got a bin over here. Anything in this bin? Let's see here. Overalls, duster, safety poster, some shoes, and there's some of that ammo I was talking about. Standard gauge anti-personnel ammunition made with hollow gel technology that disperses silica gel beads on impact to minimize risk of hull decompression. So we'll take that with us because we can sell that. Alright. Alright, what about this one over here? What about this bin? Nothing in that one. See, these bins might also be good to take with us because we can use them for storage on our ship. Inventory in this guy? Nothing. We do have some fiber, though. We'll take this carbon fiber scrap because we can use that to fix things as well. What about in this bin? Nothing. Wow, these are all, like, empty. Inventory? Oh, here we go. We've got a PDA. So we'll take that because that could be valuable. Nothing in that one either. Alright, what do we have over here? Got another bin. Got some electric scrap. We'll put the PDA on our clip point here, and we'll put the electric scrap in the small pouch. Got another flight nav console over here. Trash. It's just mechanical parts again. Now, this looks like this might have been where the control panel. We got some floor crates here. What's in this crate? Inventory? We've got food. Alright, we're going to take this crate with us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to offload the stuff in my backpack into this floor crate. There we go. That'll make it easier for me to carry stuff. And we're also going to pick this up. Yep. We're going to take that back to the ship, because that floor crate is going to be our friend. There we go. I always let my my airlock close before I do things. Here we go. All right, floor crate. We'll go right there nicely. And there we go. We'll take our helmet off for a second. There we go. And can we do anything? Can we unlock this PDA? We're going to attempt to unlock this PDA. Because within most PDAs, if you want to use this device, you'll need to find another way in. Alright. So what we can do is we'll take that and we'll sell that then. Alright, so let's go back out to here. Go on, close door. Thank you. Let's see what else we can find. We're going to need to get some more valuable stuff here. Like that crate is nice for storage purposes. Like those thrusters down there would be good too. What's in this crate? Looks like we got some empty pouches. Not really worried about those. What do we have over here? What is that? It's a thermostat. We'll take these mechanical parts. What is this? Is this a bed? It looks like it's in terrible shape. Well, but it's useful. So we'll pick it up. We'll take the bed with us. We'll take this scrap cloth with us as well. So let's go take this back. The reason we're going to take the bed is because our character will need a place to sleep. And if we can sleep on our ship without having to rent an apartment or a room or something, that'll save us a lot of time and effort. And money. Yep, put that there. I'm going to take our helmet off, and let's see here. Can we restore the bed? We can. So we're going to work on fixing up this bed. That way we have a bed we can use to sleep on our ship without having to, rent a room on the space station. Because we've got enough money right now that we can, pay our bills at least for the first shift while we work on getting some more money. The other thing I need to do. How's our battery look here? Oh, battery. So we've got about an hour of power left, so we're going to have to not spend too much time working on this bed. Alright. So we're going to stop that. Because we will have to get back to the station before our power runs out. Because that will kill you if you don't. And this PDA that we found could be worth a lot of money. That's part of the reason we're going to take it with us. Alright, so let's go grab things we know can be valuable. Like, I saw some O2 tanks over here that were already uninstalled. And they're decently priced, so... we'll take those with us. We're also going to take this motherboard, these mechanical parts, and these motors, because we can use those to fix things up. Actually, what we should do, let's open up this crate, see what's in it. Oh. Got some wine and some food in that one. What about this guy? More wine and food. All right. So I'm just going to consolidate all these down here. There we go. Alright, let's take this back here in just a second. Trash, trash. And we'll take the cloth as well. We'll take these mechanical parts. This motherboard. Okay, motherboards don't stack. Oh, we've got an H3 tank. Does this ship have a reactor? If this ship has a reactor, we may have just gotten really lucky, because reactors will sell for like 100 grand on the black market. I mean, it's a big enough ship, it may have one. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop this. And put that there in the corner. Take off our helmet for a second. Get some more air. There we go. Alright, so let's go back this way a bit and see what we find. Got some more mechanical parts. Got some more aluminum scrap, which will be good for fixing up things. Oh, we got some electrical parts and some aluminum scrap. Okay, we're topped out on cloth. What's this? More electrical parts? Nice. This is a big ship. What's in this guy? Nothing in that one, but it's also in like perfect condition. That's good to know. Well, we got an EVA battery. Nice. All right, so we're gonna. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want this inventory. And we're also gonna pick it up. And we're gonna walk over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting this stuff in it that we've found. Because that battery's worthwhile. Anything in this? There is more water in that, so we'll take the bottle of water with us. We got inventory here. Yeah, we'll take all of this. So this ship had all kinds of goodies. It clearly had some serious problems, but it had lots of good salvage for us here. It's got a whole sink over here. That's a storage. And then there's a whole... Oh, there's a dead guy over there. So let's take all of this back here. We're going to take all this back, and then we're going to go see if we can't find a way to that dead guy. He may have some money on him. He may have a salvage license. If he has a salvage license, that will solve a lot of our problems. So what I think I'm going to do... Yes, you can take the kitchen sink. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this salvage into here. Because I think this is going to be our food crate. And then we're going to walk over here with it. And we're going to put it over here next to our bed that we found. There we go. It's complaining at me. Still got an hour of power left. There we go. We're going to have to speed it up a little bit. We may have to come back and make multiple runs to this ship here. Let's go see if we can't find out how to get to that dead body we saw. Got more canisters over there. Oh, here he is. Fuel regulator. We got some more food. Oh, I forgot to offload my loot. That's all right. Let's see here. What's this guy got? He's got a PDA. Examine the corpse. You get a better idea what happened. Rushing up after grisly work is expended is it recommended. So, it's now beautifully dead. Suffered asphyxiation due to hypoxia, basically. So we're gonna commit to death report. So we're gonna report it. So we'll take that with us, and we will drop one of these stacks of cloth on the ground. And then, can we strip? All right, so we took her clothes. We're gonna take her PDA, t-shirt, overalls. Okay. Let's see what we've got in here. Generator, fuel regulator. It's worth money. Money. Lots of things in here. There's a battery under here. This battery, that's too damaged to really be worthwhile. I mean, we could fix it. It's probably not worth it. What about over here? Got a heater. Heater's not worth all that much. Air pump's not bad. We need to get back to the ship. As far as the dead guy goes, we're just going to report the issue. I'm going to drop that down there for now until I can offload. There we go. This is going to be my scrap storage, where I store things for repairing other things. Can I stack the motherboards in here? No. Okay. Go there. I'll just put the cloth on the floor for there. And we'll put the motor there. We'll keep the death report on us. There we go. We'll put our helmet back on. Let's go finish offloading what we can here, because we got to get out of here before too long. But yeah, basically we'll go back to the station and report that we found a dead body. That air pump might be good to have. I'm going to grab this chest full of food here real quick. Because again, beating us is a very important thing. It requires a lot of money. Why is this chest not full of food? If this chest isn't full of food, I don't want it. Well, here, we're going to uninstall this floor pump. Yeah, we'll let the cops decide what to do to the body after we report the dead person. Now, the cool thing is, even if we have to leave to go recharge the battery on our ship or whatever, we can always come back to this wreck later and pull more stuff off of it. Come on, finish uninstalling. I know you're running low on air, but you'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, come on, you can make it. See, we were fine. You didn't need to worry about all that beeping. There we go. Alright. Let's go back out. Let that door close before I open the airlock. Save as much of our precious oxygen as we can. I saw some thrusters over here. Let's see if we can't grab a couple of those. We're going to uninstall this throw. Well, that one's badly damaged. There we go. This one's not too badly damaged. There we go. The better shape that these things are in, the more money we'll get for them back at the station. And if we're lucky, we'd find, like, you know, a racing thruster of some sort. Definitely gonna have to get my character some better equipment. Yeah, alright. Okay, yeah. I heard you about your oxygen warning. And the low pressure warnings, it's just warning me because the door was open briefly and we lost some ship's pressure. At which point I had to repressurize the ship a bit. You can disable all that if you want. But that's a good way to, like, you know, miss those kinds of things and not realize you're losing pressure. There we go. That's a thruster for us. That'll bring in a little bit of money. Because this one we can also restore without any parts needed. The damaged one will have to install some new parts. Let's see here. Where can we put this thing? I think we got a nice little 2-slot over here. So there we go. Nice. There we go. Let's go see what else we can grab. Might be worth some money. We could go grab that other thruster if we wanted. Is this one that had a whole bunch of food in it? Ah, yeah, this is the food crate I was looking for. Grab that real quick. Because the food crate's also very valuable. Go in here. We're going to put this food crate right here. And we'll move this over here, I think. So what we'll do is we're going to walk over here. We'll just put the motor over here. There we go. Alright. Top of our oxygen real quick. There we go. Yep, come on, close up. There we go. Alright. I need to check and see how we're doing battery rise. Alright, we still got 45 minutes. Cool. So we need to be heading out of here in about 20 minutes or so to get back to the station. Okay, can we get through this door? Can we open it? Nope. Can we pry it? We can uninstall it, though. Let's just uninstall the door real quick. That's the way I work around these doors a lot of times. When you find a door that's just, you know, not going to open for you, you just uninstall it. Let's knock this thing out real quick. Also, if people didn't notice, we do have a members-only Discord for my Patreon members. And my YouTube members, once I have YouTube memberships available. Okay, alright, I got you. We're coming down here. There we go. Alright. Now maybe it'll be quiet. Okay, let's get back up here to this door. I want to see, because I think there might be a reactor behind this door. I just have that feeling about it. Uninstall the door, please. Thank you. There it goes. Alright. No. We have a bunch of, like, spare flooring and some thrusters, which seem to be in decent shape. And we've got a sink over here. There's a bin. Anything interesting in this bin? Just more flooring. Alright. Alright, so this tank will be good. So let's uninstall this tank. Because it's very valuable. As I said, I think this tank is part of what's needed for... yeah, it's one of the two fuel mixture parts that's used for a fusion engine. So that's what made me think there might be a reactor on this thing. Or it has a fusion engine, which if it has a fusion engine, that could be worth a lot of money right there. Alright. Alright. Get back to the ship here. How much time we got left? Got 40 minutes left? Okay. I want that helium-3 tank. Alright, there we go. Character should be good. Alright, let's get going. And there's like fancy setups you can do where you like set up your airlock like that to pressurize properly, so you don't have to keep dealing with all those warnings and stuff. Alright, so let's finish uninstalling that helium-3 tank. Because if we can get that, that will probably pay for this whole trip. Then we can see what we can grab from some of these loose O2 tanks that are around as well. Be nice if we weren't using this little hacksaw too. If we had like a angle grinder or something for uninstalling, that'd speed us up a lot. It's gonna take us like 3 trips to get this thing, isn't it? Okay. Alright, we're going. Alright, back over here, please. There we go. But what also makes this helium-3 tank valuable is that it's got some helium in it. Alright, there we go. Okay, where's that helium-3 tank? Come on, over here, please. So I can see. So you've got the flashlight character. There we go. Alright. Now let's uninstall this helium-3 tank. Come on, let's get it this time. Although, back to the recycling question, I think they do actually recycle the corpses in this lore-wise. Like, I think they're used to make food. Not directly, like, it's not quite Soylent Green, but they, like, use it to fuel, like, algae farms. Come on, back over here. We have the tank. Now, I'll probably also restore this tank, if we've got the time for it. Because if we can restore the tank, that'll be even more valuable. There we go. Alright, let's take this off. Can we restore this? We can. Yeah, so I think we might need to take our hull and leave here in just a second. Might need to add another battery to the ship. I do think that might be a thing that we need to consider. Alright, we're going to stop our restoring there. We're going to go grab what we can that's already uninstalled on the ship here. That was a lot. Okay, let's see here. I saw some tanks over here somewhere. They are. Oh, these are still installed. I saw some uninstalled ones, though. Are they over here with the dead guy? Yep, here's one of them. Decent value. That one's like near perfect condition, so we'll take that one first. We're just going to go offload these really quick into the airlock. There we go. That way we can just get a whole bunch of stuff kind of preloaded here. Yep, here's some more. Alright, so we'll take these. Oh wait, what's this? Salvage permit. It's good for 24 hours. Read it, read it, read it. When is it good till? It is good until 27. So we have a salvage permit, so we can go sell all this at the salvage desk. All right, we have just made bank, folks. That will make our life much easier. The reason I'm grabbing some of this scrap is just because I can use it to fix up these tanks and stuff. Oh man, with that salvage permit, now we can make a lot more money. And what's great is just by hauling this to the airlock over here, being much more efficient, and we're still going to get a decent payout. Because we also can sell stuff for more at the licensed salvage desk, basically. We're going to take these because these are almost in perfect condition. But we do have to be heading out very soon from the wreck back to the space station. Because we only have so much power left. Yeah, I might actually call it here with what we've got. There we go. Okay, we can put that in there, and there we go. Alright. Okay, how are we doing power-wise? Yeah, we got 20 minutes. So let's get back to the space station. So, switch to comms. Oh, we have some unread messages. Oh, our salvage permit appears to be in good order. Woo! Good. Alright, so dock. Request clearance to undock. Docking clamps. We're gonna back up here. Now let's see here where OLAG or KLAG is in relation to us. So KLAG's moved a little bit. So we're gonna target KLAG. And we're gonna rotate by pressing Q. Get ourselves kind of following this line, because that'll take us kind of right past KLAG. Alright, we're going to press R to stop rotation there. We're going to go forward. There we go. You can see where it's warning us about our power reserve right now as we're going. That's what that flashing light is. Let's see here. How's that doing for... Alright, we could actually angle this way a little bit more. There we go. And we'll also rotate just a hair more, so that we're kind of pointing at the station as we fly by it. There we go. Alright, because we want to get there fairly quick. Because again, we're watching our power just blink away by the second here. So, let's see how this helium-3 tank sells. Because I do kind of want to come back to that station, or that ship, and see if we can't get some more off of it. I was kind of hoping we'd find an EVA suit, so I wouldn't have to buy one. But depending on how much money we make, I may not mind buying one. Also, finding that salvage from it, that was a great find. That means the cops won't bother us for salvage, and we can sell our salvage for more. Very good find for us. Especially because those salvage permits by themselves are $5,000, if I remember correctly. Either that or $2,000, one of the two. They'll tell us at the salvage test when we get there. Alright. Gonna kind of nudge us into port here a little bit, get us angled up right. As you can see, our arrow's kind of pointing at it. I think we might need to go to the left just a hair more. We're still at 42 kilometers out. And we can't really request docking until we're at 5. We've still got plenty of RCS fuel. It's that power reserve that's worrying me. We're going to have to do something about that. I really think we're going to need a second battery. I'm trying to angle us so we drift into it without me having to do too much more steering here. I might need to drift to the right a little bit more, because it does rotate around this planetoid that's sitting on it. Because it's basically sitting on like an asteroid out in space here. Alright, we're getting close. We're at 23 kilometers. And closing. 21. There we go. Aim us to the right a little bit because it is slowly drifting this way. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe we need to go back left a little bit. Alright, so let's start to slow down. There we go. Come on. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Alright, so we're going to switch to comms, hail, K-lag, docking. Alright. Quest docking clearance. Docking. Ooh, coming in a little hot. There we go. Alright, let's come over here, clear that, so we don't have to keep listening to the beeping. I was also pretty far off target there when we first got over to the docking clearance. There we go. Ooh, made it. Alright. There we go. So we can close out of this. We made it back to K-leg. And now we can walk back out onto the station here. I may need to do some zoning work, which is where I can basically say this stuff's for trade. Alright. So we'll confirm, yep, we made it back to K-leg. Alright, so let's go over here. Yeah, so 5 grand to buy a 24-hour license. So that license we found is 5 grand. Alright, so sell. And so these two PDAs are worth like 100,000 a piece. Or 100 bucks a piece, so we'll sell them. Anything on here we can sell? Oh, we can sell the tactical knife here at the license. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Because we don't really want... I don't need the thing. Alright. So we'll get our 200 bucks for that. And now, this does tell me that I'm going to have to go back to the ship and do some zoning. So let's go here and do zones. I'm going to add a new zone. Alright, I have to select tiles. So what I'll do is I'll do this then. There we go. Basically, I'm going to select every tile, like, here. There we go. And say add new zone. And this is going to be our hull and water zone. Alright, we're going to call this just cargo. There we go. Done. Okay. Cargo. Sorry. There we go. Helps if I spell cargo correctly. There we go. Okay. Now what I can do is come back up here. Go to license, trade, sell. And now if I come down here, I'll have cargo. And there we go. So we're getting 1,000 bucks per O2 can. Nice. Another 1,000, well, nearly 1,000. Getting 900 for that turbo pump. 1,500 for that thruster. And 22,000 for not even the fully repaired HE canister. Nice. We'll keep the bed. Let's see here. In here, we'll sell this ammunition. Because I don't even have a gun to use it with. What's in this? That's water. So this bottle is empty, so we'll just sell that. Pouch, water, we'll keep those. This guy has water, rice wine. Here we go. So we'll sell that. And that. There we go. Water, water, and water. So we'll keep the water, sell the other stuff. There we go. 25,000 for mostly for bringing back that H3 tank. So that was a good call. Go for that. All right. So let's go move. Actually, let's see here. I want to see something. Sell other wanted items. Oh, this is just telling me what they want. Okay. All right. So let's go down here and see if we can't move all of these into our barter area here. Can I make this door just stay open? No, I can't just open it. So let's just come up here. All right, here we go. There we go. Now we've got all that in the trade area. And now we can close the door. Cool. Let's go finish selling off these oxygen tanks. And see if we can't get some better supplies. Trade. So, cargo. And look at all this. So, another 1,000. 2,700 there. And that one's only 350, probably because it wasn't as full. 1,600. 1,300. Another 7 grand in just oxygen tanks right there. There we go. Alright. Now, let's go and see what tools and supplies we can get. Because if we come over here to the fuel kiosk and use that, this is where we, like, recharge the ship. So, if we want to refill our RCS fuel, that'll be $600. We don't have a core or anything like that. O2 will top off. But here's the other thing. You got to recharge our batteries. So that's another, like, $3. But then, fines and fees. Why are our fines and fees only like $11? And last time it was trying to charge me like 5 grand. Oh, it's per time that you're here. I was spending a lot of time on the station last time. So let's just do that. Pay our fines and fees. We're going to walk over here real quick. We're going to come to supplies, trade. And let's see what they've got. Because there's a couple of things we do want. So we don't need those. I kind of want this EVA suit. Let's see here. There's the battery. We have one of those. We have one of these soldering irons. Getting these drills and stuff would be nice, but we're not going to worry about it right now. Alright, let's... kind of want to splurge a bit and get one of these EVA suits. I also wouldn't mind getting the ship battery. Also having some charging ports would be nice, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So let's grab... as much as I kind of hate to do this, that's because that's 13 grand right there. Let's do that. There we go. Would be nice if we could find... I was hoping we could find... oh, here's a dolly we could get, but I'm not going to spend the money for that. So let's go over here, and let's go see about finding one more shipboard battery. Because even if it's damaged... so let's go over here and trade at the scrap kiosk, because we can just buy a damaged one, and we'll fix it up. Passenger seat damaged, shipboard damaged, loose like new. Like, yeah, that's only $600, and we've got the parts to fix it. So let's just do that real quick. So we'll just grab that. Accept. There we go. And then let's come over here. Double check and make sure we don't owe anything. We don't. Alright, that's fine. We don't need a ferry. What's this? We don't need cargo pods. Alright, so let's get back to our ship. Alright. So if we look at that, so we've got basically 3 hours of power left. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install this one. Actually, wait. That's... Can we install it out here? We can install it out here. Here we go. We're going to install it out here. Damaged. Why is it... What items do we need? Oh, because we're not carrying the battery, I think. Here. Let's just go to tasks and do it this way. Tasks, tasks, tasks. Ooh. Tasks? Where is it? Tasks. Why can we not do this? Okay, well, you know what we'll just leave that here for now. Never mind, we will just cancel. That'll be, we'll deal with that task later. Alright. Let's put on our EVA suit here. EVA suit. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. Can we clip this to our clip point? Yes. Okay. Now... Alright, so it came with a battery. Good. So it uses a CO2 filter cartridge now and a replacement O2 bottle. So we will have to keep an eye out for those replacement bottles. Alright. So we're going to put that off to the side here. Actually, just put all those up here. That way we can keep an eye on all that. So that's the new mechanic. They didn't used to have those CO2 cartridges on these. But we have another clip point here. So what we can do with these clip points is we can put our tools in them. And then do all that kind of stuff. Basically, we can reorganize a little bit. But there we go. Alright. So let's go ahead and use our thing here and disconnect from the space station and get back out there. Request clearance. Request undocking clearance. And turn off the clamps. Go back off here. There we go. And let's find another ship to go hang out at. So let's go hit this one over here, actually, just because that's kind of close by. Alright, so let's start rotating that way. There we go. And we're going to start flying that way. Alright, there we go. We were experiencing too many G-forces there. The thing you have to worry about with this game. You can knock your character out if you're not careful. Which, of course, could be a real problem as you're flying towards the ship. There we go. I think we're actually pretty close on target here. There we go. We are going to have to feed our character as well. So I think as soon as we get to that ship, we'll feed our character, throw on our helmet, and go exploring. And now with the EVA suit, our character might be a little slower, but at the same time, we don't have to keep going back to the ship every 5 minutes to get air and take our helmet off or anything. It really makes it longer for you to be able to be out and about from the ship. And then what we can do eventually is we can expand our ship a bit by adding some floor plating and stuff. And what we can do is we can put in some battery chargers, some more fuel, power storage, and things. And then we can recharge our batteries and our EVA stuff right there on the ship. And that'll just make our life a lot easier. Looks like we need to drift to the left just ever so slightly. There we go. That should be pretty close. Comms, any messages? Message log. Nope. Alright. We just saw that patrol officer come out. Thought I'd check and see if they had hailed us or something. Try and get us lined up a little bit better here. The power reserve still looking pretty good. I definitely want to get that next battery in, though. I'm really thinking that's going to be kind of important. Okay, we're getting pretty close now. There we go. We're pretty well lined up. So we're going to start slowing her down. Get it down to around, say, 250 here. Until we get closer. We're going to drop it down to about 150 here because we're at 5 kilometers out. There we are. Actually, we're going to clear that. There we go. And now we'll go back to our main menu, hail ship, hail the target, initiate docking procedures, go to docking. See, we're still going a little too fast. There we go. Here we go. Let's slow ourselves down a little bit more. Let's see what our next ship has in store for us. Come on. There we go. We are docked. Close out of this. All right. So let's open up our food storage. And let's have a little bite to eat. We're going to eat these mystery meat. Put away these electronic parts real quick. There we go. Because actually, I'll just put these tools. Well, I'll leave the tools in the clip points. Yeah, I'll leave them in here. Okay. Close that. Go to our inventory one more time. Where's my other clip points? No, I accidentally clipped all my stuff to my vac suit, which I don't really need, which we're going to drop on the ground. There we go. Okay. And then, alright, that's right. That's why I do this. So that I can drop this. There we go. That way we can do that. Put that over here. And put this in my hand. And we'll put the light down here. And the other thing I need is my helmet. There we go, helmet. There we go. That close up behind us. Let's see here. She's complaining about work. Ask about her skills. Okay. She replied. Oh, she's like flirting with us. Yep. Alright, so we found this random person on this spaceship, probably a pirate, and they're just like, oh hey, how you doing? Imagine seeing you out here. That's hilarious. Let's just shoot the breeze with them for a bit. Getting our social needs up here, just hanging out, chit-chatting with this person. Oh my god. Just asking us metaphysical questions now. Let's invite her out for a drink. Or we could always hire her onto the crew. And she's, you know, just calm. We're just having a grand old chat here. I don't even know why. I think this is great. Alright. She's an illegal person in K-Lag. She's a shipbreaker. Alright. We could see about hiring her. Let's see if she wants to join the crew. Okay. Let's see if she'll join. So. Oh, she doesn't think she'll join. Oh, we'll just say goodbye. Alright. We could add like a... Let's see here. Signing bonus. Her salary is like $200 a day. So we'll add... Oh, she got a death penalty of like 55 grand. Can we just like stop talking? Like, why won't it... I guess our options are fight or talk to them. Let's ask her about her skills. Instead of answering, she just keeps flirting with us. Alright. We're gonna disconnect here. What happens if I... Can I go back to my ship? Okay. I can. Can I just start salvaging stuff now that we've confused her by talking? We found a toothbrush. Amazing. And there's some seats. Is there even anything on the ship worth taking? Because she's probably a pirate. Well, we got some food. Yeah, we'll take the food. Take the scrap steel, because we don't have a lot of that either. This ship is like covered, just absolutely covered in bins here. What's in this crate? It's locked. Wait. See something on the floor. A splint. Interesting. Fusion manual. Alright. What do we have over here? Capacitor. Not worth a whole lot. Cryo pump, also not worth a whole lot. Bin. What's this thing over here? That's worth some money. Now we'll take this heatsink with us and these motors because I don't have many of them. And we'll take this with us. Because, you know, she's not using them. She's kind of trapped on a ship by herself. And we'll just leave her here because instead of answering if she wants to work for us, she just keeps flirting with us. So I'm going to say that's not what her priorities are right now. There we go. Let's move over here slightly. Let's move over here, please. Thank you. So I want to slide this battery over. I want to rotate this. We're trying to be a little more space efficient here. There we go. Should really quit leaving my door open as I wander around. Alright. Let's see what else we've got out here. Bins, cans, heaters. Yep, all kinds of... This is another fairly large ship. Look at this. Got all kinds of fairly large ships today. Oh, what kind of thruster is this? It's just a regular thruster, but that's alright. So what we will do is we'll take it. We'll just take this. Because, you know, if it's gonna let us just take stuff, we'll just take stuff. Because what I think I'll do is I think I'll just load up my airlock here. What I can real quick. And we're just gonna take what we can. And I'm sure she'll be fine. You know, I don't think she needs us to, like, rescue her from the ship or whatever. Or she's fine. Anything in here? What's in here? Just some carbon fiber. So stuff if we want to repair things. Okay, we didn't actually explore over here very much. Let's go over this way. See if there's anything of value. Is that an EVA helmet? What is that? We could repair that. So we'll take that. I think we have the parts to repair that. CO2 alarms. Some more bins back this way. Lots of storage. Bins for lights, bins. Manuals. Alright, well, let's get back over here and see what else there is that might be worthwhile. So I don't think we finished exploring this side. We definitely have, like, these thrusters, which we're going to uninstall. And right now our battery's looking good. Because that's what the readout over here on the right side of our thing is. It's telling us how our battery's looking, how our filter's looking, and all that. And so we're still pretty good. So we got plenty of time left in the EVA suit. But I should speed this up since we have the time. Alright, so this thing down here is kind of like our quest log. It's basically telling us it wants us to get citizenship at K-Leg Station. In case people are wondering what that little pop-up was. But we're gonna dismiss that for now, because it doesn't matter at the second. Also getting some beeps. Where are those beeps? Yeah, I see that. Home. Goals. Are we getting, like, any messages or something? Yep, doesn't look like it. I don't know. It's weird. It was acting like I was getting messages, pings or something. I was seeing if, like, one of the space cops were out there trying to, like, board my ship again for some reason. Definitely gotta get a better way to uninstall components. It doesn't help that we're in an EVA suit. So let's go into here. We're just going to drag this back. I'm mostly just immediately dragging stuff back, because I don't know if she's going to suddenly become hostile or something. Now, she's asking us for money. I mean... yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll give him like 250. There we go. Oh. She seems to like us just fine, so, I mean, yeah. We gave her a little bit of money, maybe that'll help her out, maybe she'll remember that and help us out. Maybe she'll decide to join my ship instead of just continuously chatting at me for no reason. Let's grab... what's this pump? Pump's worth something, so we'll install it for now. So I'm not curious what's in these racks. Alright. I'm going to take these pumps. Yeah, and see, now I'm at a 1 times, or 1.1 speed. That's due to the combination of wearing the EVA suit, and as I do these things, my character is slowly getting better at them, which will also increase his speed at these things. Alright. Shouldn't take us too much longer to install this pump. There we go. Alright. Take the pump with us. Okay, bring that down into here. Alright. Let's see what else we can find. Let's check these racks real quick, see what's in them. And in this rack we have an electrical engineering book. That's kind of cool. We got another battery. We're gonna have to offload some stuff. What about this other rack down here? Got another battery. We got lots of batteries. Alright. There's a lot of stuff on this ship. T-shirts, all kinds of things. Like, I mean, yeah, she'll be fine on here for a while, as long as she's got a source of oxygen, I guess. Yeah, the cryo pump wasn't very valuable from what I remember. Switches aren't valuable. This laser capacitor might be worth something. Let's uninstall that. Let's see if we can get that onto the ship. There's another laser. There's a laser array over there, too. We'll take that, too. Yeah, see what all we can take. This is where I kind of wish I had that bigger ship. The one with all the seats on it. That I kept crashing and having problems with. Come on. I almost got it. It's damaged, so it's going to need some repair. That's laser array. It's this cryo thing. Right, up. Don't need to keep going it. Speed there. Okay, that's not damaged. That's just worn. We can fix that. It's big, though. So we're going to have to put that in the main cargo area, I think. And we don't have a lot of space left. There we go. Airlock's all sealed up. How are we doing on power? Oh, we still got plenty of time. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we can go get. Got a heater there. Conduits. So I really kind of want to focus on things like thrusters and stuff. Things that we know will be valuable. What kind of bin are these? Subfloor bins act as sealed flooring. Oh. So, if I understand correctly, if I walk over here... Inventory? Nothing in them. Alright, interesting. I was thinking if I could put stuff on top of them. It looks like no. For a second there, I thought you could put stuff on top of them. Still nothing in it. Alright. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Alright. Subfloor bins. Interesting. What's back here? Oh, this is just like the outside of the ship. So that's one of the ways you can like get outside of a ship and do work. You just have like a hole in the wall there. Got a pump. Let's grab this laser array. Let's uninstall it because I think we might have the parts to fix it. Because if we fix it, it might be worth some money. It's not going to be like that H3 tank that we found, but you know, still something. Yep, and you know, the more money we make, the easier it will be for us to pay our mortgage payments. You can even actually pay off the ship faster if you get enough money. And then you don't have mortgage payments, and it's just maintenance stuff. Now, what I really should also look at doing is, again, installing that extra battery and seeing about expanding our ship. Because what I could do is, like, how we have that hole in the side of the ship. We could always use that to go around, especially since we have an EVA suit, to get some more access to the outside of our ship and install floors and things to make our ship, you know, bigger over time. Several, like 2 years ago, when I was playing this game a bit more consistently, I actually did that on one of my ships. I took a little ship like this and like doubled its size. It was really cool. Again, I see people in chat. Feel free to comment, ask questions. You know, this is all about hanging out. All right. Yep, I know. I opened up the door. I'm a total person game. All right, let's see what else we can grab. Okay. Hey, bud, what's up? Sorry, my kid walked up to come talk to me.
Oh, I was just gonna ask a question.
What's your question, bud?
Have you been thinking about the Minecraft thing?
Yeah. We'll do that for you later. I'm gonna have to do some research on how I do it properly, though. Okay, bud?
Like tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna look at it tonight, man.
Yeah, we could probably do it tomorrow, actually.
We'll see. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at footprints?
Oh, that's just telling my character where I'm gonna walk to, bud.
Oh.
And for those who are following along on the Discord or on the chat there, I do have a kid, and he was coming by to talk to me. Oh, that thruster is damaged. I don't know if I want that one. Let's see if we can find another thruster or something. Something that is less damaged. We'll take this pump. He's been wanting some Minecraft add-ons, and he was asking me about that. Just in case people were wondering. Alright. But I think this might be like the last thing we can get. Then we'll just be running out of storage. Alright, let's take a look here. There we go. Okay, so we'll take this back. That's going to be our last of our 3-slot items. How's our cartridge? Our cartridge is good. Battery's a little low. Oxygen's fine. So yeah, we're good. This EVA suit will last us a good while. It's a great thing about these EVA suits. Look at how much work we're getting done. It's just so much easier. All right. Okay, let's take this, and we're going to rotate it and put it down here. So we basically got room for one more 2x1, and then some 1x1s if we can find one. Alright, so let's go see if we can't line up something that's going to be in those categories here that's worthwhile. We could always take the sink. The sinks aren't particularly valuable. I think this pump might be, though, so let's uninstall the pump. I think this pump's only a 2x1. I know these tanks are 1x1, so we can always just grab like 4 tanks. Let's see what we've got here. Let's get this going a little faster to get these things uninstalled. Because I think this pump would be the size that we're looking for as far as like item carry back. There we go. And nope, it is a 1x3. And we could probably reorganize and get it. But let's go see what else we can find. Let's see, we got cooler. What about these? That's a pretty good shaped canister. Ooh, here we go, an oxygen tank. How's it? It's pretty good. It's not super full, though. What is this intake? Ooh, we found an intake. Alright. Let's uninstall that. That's got $4 signs, which is the most valuable thing we've found so far here. And I don't know what size it's going to be. Looks like it might be a 1x1. Should be perfect. We could grab it, and then a couple of these tanks. Alright. The main thing is we don't want to run out of power out here. Either. Because then we get stuck. Oh, see, we've gotten robotics engineering up over 5%. So we're learning more. Our character's getting better at things. Really wish I had a good way to look at like my character's skill. There we go. Okay, how big is this thing? Okay. Come on. Oh, it's a 2x2. Interesting. Okay. Let's take that back, because I do want that. That's going to be valuable. Let's see if we can't find a way to make that fit. Okay, so let's do this, that, and we'll do this. There we go. There's that one. Now let's come in here and see if we can't reorganize a little bit. Yeah, I think we can. So let's grab this. Here, we're going to slide that over. We'll grab this, rotate that, put that there. Put this here, rotate. There. Okay. I think we're pretty full as far as things go. How are we doing power-wise? We've got some time. We could do some repairing. So what we're going to do is I think we will take this helmet. We'll come down here. What's in this crate? This is our food/tool crate. Yes, it is. This is our food crate, so we'll throw like some of our extra stuff we don't need in here. Like we don't need this helmet. We don't need that helmet. So we can take this one off, flip it onto here. And then we can come up here. We can grab this. And put that there. There we go. And we can come back down here, open this back up. Inventory. Put this suit back in here. No, this one. Open that up. Alright, can we put anything in here? I'm going to put this battery in here because it's a tool that we're going to use. I'll put this scrap in here. Heatsink in here. There we go. Okay, let's see here. What about this crate? Let's open it up. Alright, that's another food crate. So I'll put food in there. Put this in here. This in here. We're going to need a better screwdriver soon, too. Lots of things. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to close all this up. We're going to right-click on that just so we can see what our power supply is. And I'm also going to set my dude to auto-task for a bit. And we're just going to speed him up a little bit. Why is he not auto-tasking? Hold on. Pause, sleep, yep, work. Missions. Things. Goals. Home. Tasks. If I auto-task my dude, what's going on here? Why is he not auto-tasking? Repair? Unable to comply adding tasks now. Missing item times 10. What are we missing here? Is it because I'm not doing this? There we go. Come on. Right, Captain. Why is this not letting me auto-task? You know what? We're not going to worry about auto-tasking. We're just going to head back to the station and go sell what we can. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Hold on. Close out of this. Because we don't need to be wearing our helmet for this. There we go. Now we'll head back to the station. I don't know what's going on there. Not sure why auto-tasking is not working right. Yep. Clicked out of the game by accident. Alright. Docking info. Request clearance. Undock. There we go. Back to docking. Clamps. I'm going to back up. There we go. That was not what I wanted. Alright, so we want to go to K-Leg. That's drifting that way, so let's drift past the ship here. There we go. Yeah, I know. A lot of G-forces. So what we want to do is kind of drift around the ship here. There we go. Alright. We're going to drift to the left a little bit. We're going to accelerate a little bit more. Yep, I know. A lot of G-forces. Alright. No pain. We're not thirsty. We don't need to go to the bathroom. We're not too tired. Atmosphere is normal. Temperature's good. Alright. So we're actually doing pretty good. Let's drift more to the left a little bit. Basically, I'm just trying to get us lined up with K-Leg as best I can here. Gonna get us rotating a little bit. Not the wrong way. Need to rotate back the other way. So I kind of want us pointing at the station when we come up on it. There we go. That'll be a good rotation. Alright. Now, we should drift past it some here, which is fine. Because I kind of want to come in straight at it. It'll make docking easier. Now, for tomorrow's stream, folks, I plan on streaming my vintage story. So we're going to keep working on the house, and we'll do some mining, and just hanging out. Just so people are aware of what's coming up. I'll get that on the schedule here in a bit. Okay, push us forward a little bit. We're drifting more towards K-Leg. There we go. Yeah, we don't want to overshoot too much. Yeah, we definitely got to see about getting that other battery installed there. There we go. I hope we don't collide with this other ship. Looks like another scrapper. It looks like they're going to go just behind us. I'm trying to straighten us up a little bit as we make a run at K-Leg. Slow us down a little bit here. Yep, I know. We're trying not to black out game. I got it. I got it. We gotta slow down a lot. Otherwise, it's gonna get real problematic. Okay. There we go. Yep, we know. Alright. Hail. K-Leg. Docking. Request. Docking. Yep, see? There we go. Yep, it's coming in a little faster. I think we got another ship coming in behind us here. This can happen sometimes when you're docking. Sometimes other ships can be coming in or out of the station. So right now my goal is just to get to the station here and dock before we crash. Because I'd rather not crash and lose my ship. Because that can happen. Happened to me last playthrough I did off camera. There we go. Okay, we can close this. Ooh, we made it. Alright. Alright, here we go. Let's go back over here. Can we fix up this crate? Yeah, we can. Alright, cool. Let's go in here. Alright. Let's go over here and sell some stuff. Because we still have a license, so we're so good to use the license kiosk. Alright, let's see what we've got in our cargo. We don't really need the toolbox anymore. But how much for the... Oh, they don't want the damaged fusion ray. Interesting. They will take the liners, though. They don't want the damaged ship battery, which that's understood. We'll take the air pump. I'm going to fix these up, because they don't want them. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to sell them the toolbox, just because it's taking up space, and we don't really need it. Do I have anything in here? Not really. Alright. So let's see how that goes. It's still $6,000, so that would pay our docking fees. There we go. Alright, so let's go back down here. And we're going to just open this door to make transferring stuff back and forth easier. Alright, so we want to take this. We want to move it into here. And let's see, we'll leave that there actually right now. Yeah, that's fine. Escape. Okay. Let's put that there. We're going to drag this. There we go. All right, folks. We're getting close to the end of our time here. I'm just going to finish fixing up these few things real quick and getting them sold. Let's see if we can repair it. What are we missing? What are we missing here? Tasks. All right, so let's just remove these ship battery ones. So what do we need here? Repair. Deliver what? What's it need? I wish it would tell me what I needed here. Okay, nope. Wonder why it's not repairing it. What about this? Can I repair? Well, let's restore this regulator here. No, what is going on? Like, I have all these parts around. So let's just try and restore some things here real quick. The longer we're here, the longer, the more they're going to pay us to undock. Which shouldn't be a problem right now. So, it's almost time for us to pay our first mortgage payment as well. And it's sure taking our character a while to repair that. Nope. Oop. I hope we don't get crashed into. Let's go. Cancel action. Let's go use that. All right. Okay. Let's go see what we can sell this mostly repaired intake for real quick. Since I don't know why it was like trying to warn us about the crash coming in here. And that mostly repaired intake is worth $8 grand at only 50%. So that's not bad. 10% gets us 1,700 on this one. So we definitely need to fix these things up. Still wish I knew what was going on with this thing. So we'll sell this thruster real quick. And we'll sell this air pump as well. Just to get them out of our inventory. And that's another 4 grand there. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, why we can't fix those things. But we're going to call it there, folks. Because, as is always, I need to go spend some time with the family. And I know that it's been a lot of fun and hanging out. Again, tomorrow we're going to do some Vintage Story. And I think what I might do in a future stream, if people are interested, is do some streaming where we hang out with my kid while we stream. Because he also plays Vintage Story as well as Minecraft and a few other games. And we play together. But we're going to stop there. So thank you all for joining me. This has been Thalon McRom. Just hanging out and streaming a bit of Ostronauts. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. And for those folks who are seeing this after I've streamed, obviously you catch the VOD on YouTube. Cool. Thanks for watching. And you all have a great one.